While scrolling through the comments, I saw an INFP say, "What helps you when you're upset?" As an INFP coach and hypnotist, I've worked with over 100 INFPs one on one. Plus, I have a community of INFPs, evolved.geekpsychology.com. Emotions come up a lot. They're very important to us because emotions signal our values. If something is strong enough to create some sort of emotion for us, a strong emotion, then it's likely something that we care about. It's important to us. It's something that we value. Maybe we have a conviction around it for something that we want to do in the world or something that we don't want to have done to us or other people. And so we spend a lot of time in this emotional water. And sometimes it can feel like we can't get out of it. Sometimes it feels like we're drowning in really heavy emotions that are pulling us down into the depths. And we need to learn to swim. I think that is the best thing for us. Now, if you don't want to, that's fine too. I understand the desire sometimes to just be like, I'm feeling really bad right now. I'm just gonna let myself feel bad and wallow in that. I've been there. I do it every once in a while. But I've also realized that if I'm in a better state, if I'm feeling happier, for example, or curious, or excited, or loving, or caring, or productive, that is going to help me and my family and my community and the people that I engage with more, and the world. So often I do some emotional aikido, as I heard Antonia Dodge from Personality Hacker say, and I change the emotion, or emotional calisthenics, as I've heard from David Snyder. And basically, if you're feeling upset, if you're feeling a strong emotion, first, one thing you can do is to dissociate from it. So imagine yourself floating up above your body, going up higher and higher and higher, even just to the top of the ceiling and looking down. And if you still feel that strong emotion, like if it's anger or something like that, then float higher. Go up to the clouds and look down at yourself. It is almost impossible to continue to feel that sensation if you have dissociated from yourself. I say almost, I wanted to say it is impossible. I haven't experienced any issues with it, but I don't know. I'm hedging. Okay, let me hedge. But dissociate from yourself, and you won't feel that strong emotion. And the farther you get out there, imagine yourself, your body floating, your spirit, I guess, floating out, go through the cosmos, look all the way back here on this tiny little earth, and all the way down to you and that emotion that you had, and you're going to feel different about it. So that's one thing that I do a lot. The only issue with that I would recommend being careful about is living your life dissociated. As an Enneagram Type 9, I have spent a lot of my time through my life dissociated. Any strong emotion that would come up, I would instantly repress it because I didn't want to feel it, because I thought if I felt a strong emotion, then I wouldn't be able to fit in with another group, perhaps, or that it would cause me to lose control or do something that is maybe going to hurt myself or hurt other people. And so I learned to dissociate. But done intentionally, it can be really helpful, just like anything. There are plenty of different uses for any technology, whether it's a external technology or internal technology. It's just a matter of how you use it, when you use it, why you use it. Another thing you can do that I teach within Mind Wizardry is, which is another course that I have, you can get it at evolved.geekpsychology.com. It basically teaches you how to control your emotions and choose a more resourceful emotion for you. So if you're feeling upset, I don't know what upset could be. It could be anger. It could be sadness. We'll go with sadness because we kind of already did anger. If you're feeling it, where in your body do you feel that? Pinpoint it. Point to where you feel it. If you can point to where you feel it, you can heal it. and notice the color of it. Just give it a color. I know maybe it technically doesn't have a color, but imagine and pretend that it has a color. And then change the color. You can take it out. You can look at it here, that deep, heavy, dark blue color with like tints of black in it. You can change it. Maybe imagine a lighter blue color, maybe gold, filling it up, coming down from the sky, filling it up, or maybe it's rushing through your body and charging it, empowering it. Maybe it's kind of like Iron Man over there, and it's got like this energy, and it's charging and glowing and becoming something different. And expand it, make it bigger, make it fill up the whole room, fill up your whole house, fill up the block, the community. Make it extremely powerful in the right way, in the way that you like it. And then bring it back in and put it back to either where it was or where it needs to be. And just breathe differently. Feel yourself breathing it in and changing and allowing it to fill up your body and flow through you. And then take a different action. If you were upset, well, I don't know, get out and go for a run. I mean, I used to just go for a run when I was angry about all sorts of things. It's like, it's time for a run, right? But just do something different. Take a different action, change your state, change your environment, and your actions, and your state will follow. So those are two things that you can do to change your emotional state when you feel upset, so that you can be the more resourceful, awesome version of yourself that I know you want to be, and that you can share with other people your gifts. You can help other people if that's what you want to do, or you can just stop feeling miserable and feel great.